Hello, I'm Brandy Matthews with Emulate Bling Parties, and I will be doing step 2 of the Bling Tumbler tutorial. Step 2 will be going over getting our artwork from Cricut Design Space and cutting it out with the vinyl and putting it on the tumbler. First thing we're going to do is we're going to open up our project by clicking on it. When it shows up, you're going to click, you can either make it or you can go to customize. I'm going to go to customize because in my previous video, I had stated that I was going to use a 20-ounce tumbler, but I'm actually going to use a 16-ounce tumbler. So I am going to go in here and make a couple adjustments. I'm going to take my lip image and I'm going to scale it down. 2.5. I'm going to lock it back. This was the right size. But I also want to change my color to a hot pink. And what I'm doing is I'm going in here and they have certain colors that are up here that automatically pop up. If you go to advanced, you can go down here and you can change it to a different shade. It's closer to what you want it. And it's just for uh, personal preference. That's all, because your vinyls could actually be a different color anyways. I'm going to change it to that color. Also going to change my name to the same color because I'll be cutting it out in the same color on the same mat. Okay, so I have it the way I want it now. I'm going to go back up here and save it. So all I'm doing is I'm saving the changes so that if I decide I want to make another tumbler exactly the same, my project will be saved as is and I can go back and all of the measurements that I changed it to will still be there. Saving. Okay. Saving. Okay, saved. Now I am going to select make it. I'm ready to cut it out. Stated before. And also, this is my Cricut mat. Here are my images. I'm going to, you can move the objects on the mat and place them somewhere else. I just want to move this over just a little. All right, keep it like that. And when we get ready to make it, you need to make sure your Cricut that you are using, whether it's Cricut Explorer, Explorer 2, Maker, make sure it is powered on so that it's connected to your device, whether it's your laptop, desktop, or your phone, because you can hook iPhones have the app for Cricut also. And then I'm just going to click continue. Once I click continue, it's going to cut it out. So I will show you. So here we go. It's connecting to the machine. I have a Cricut Air 2. And it's saying to set the material. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my vinyl on my mat, and I'll show you how I do that. Okay, so here is my hot pink vinyl. This is my mat. They have different kinds. This is the standard grip. I'm going to place my vinyl in the top left hand corner. on there and it's sticky, it's going to stick to it. Once I get it stuck to it, you make sure your Cricut, the dowel is on the vinyl part, vinyl, not iron on. It's going to be on straight vinyl because this is the vinyl that you use, the permanent vinyl. And I'm going to load it into my Cricut. I'm going to let it press the C for cut. Now cut it out. Now after it cuts it out, you're going to use what's called a weeding tool, Cricut weeding tool. This is what you use to weed your vinyl. Weeding just means to take all of the excess vinyl from around the design that you're actually going to be using for your project. And as soon as it cuts out, I'm going to show you how to do that. It is now done cutting out, so I'm going to unload it, take my vinyl off of the mat, and I am only going to cut off, I don't know if you can see with the glare, or you can't really see, but I'm going to only cut, excuse me, off the piece of vinyl that I'm going to be weeding. I don't need to cut, I don't need to weed all of it because I want to keep the rest of it. So, separate the lips from the name. Now I'm going to show you how to weed it. So what you're going to do is you're going to go in here and find a spot with this tool where you can lift up the vinyl. Once you find a spot, and lift it up, it's just going to lift right off, leaving only artwork, just the image. Now, throw that part away. What I'm going to do is go in here and take the inside part of the lip off. One piece, and one more little piece, the other piece. Now, see the lips. I'm going to do the name the same way. Just going to go in there, find a spot. The name is, especially with cursive, it's a little tricky. You just got to be careful when you do it so that you don't pull off part of the letters. So you want to cut kind of close around it so you don't have too much vinyl around it that can get hung and make you end up messing up your font. So I'm going to take my tool, go in here, close to the edge, and start weeding around the name. And it will just peel and lift off wherever it's supposed to come off because it's been cut. You have to be careful so that you don't pull off something that's not meant to come off, a part of the font. So that's that. Now, of course, you're going to go in there because the inside of the letters have been cut off. You're going to go in with your tool, get those pieces out. And it's really easy. It just comes right off with this tool. Now let's get the inside of this letter B. And there you have it. That's the name. Now, how do we get it onto the tumbler? What you're going to do is you're going to use a piece of transfer tape. This is Cricut transfer tape that I have. That's what I use. You use any kind of transfer tape though. And you're just going to cut a piece off. Just wanted to show you. I didn't already have it done because I wanted to show you. It has lines on it. So you can easily cut by measuring how much you need if you want to. You just the lines, you can just cut down. And you want to measure so that you're not wasting a lot of transfer tape, even though it can be reused. So take care of it. Don't get lint and stuff on it because it'll make it not stick the way it's supposed to if you get a lot of stuff on it. So I'm going to take this back piece off, the shiny piece, because that is the actual transfer tape. Take the back piece off, the white piece off. I don't know why I'm having a hard time when I'm missing a whole nail here. Okay, so just peel it apart. If I can get it to peel. There it is. Peel it apart. All you need is this part, this clear part. That's all you need. Now I'm going to get my name, get my transfer tape, and I'm just going to lay this transfer tape sticky side down, flat onto the vinyl. It's going to lay it on there. It's going to stick to it. Now you can use what's called a squeegee. It's a Cricut squeegee. And you just want to it's easier if you lay it down on something, but I'm just trying to show you. I'm going to go across it like this so that you can make sure that it sticks to it. Then you're just going to take it like this, peel it back, and make sure that the vinyl is coming off on it. Voila. So you can transfer it. Take my tumbler. I'm going to lay it on here like this carefully. Try to make sure you get it flat and let it just naturally, because it's going to curl, naturally just roll over it. So it's rolled over it. Just rub it down with your hands. You really don't need a squeegee for this, depending on what kind of surface you have. This is a slick surface, so I'm just going to roll it over it. Rub it down with my hands. Then I'm going to go back to the top, pull at an angle, pull down, and it's on there. My name is on there. And you're going to do the exact same thing again for the lips. Put it on there. You just squeeze if you need to. A lot of times you don't need to, depending on what it is. Especially this is fresh transfer tape, so it's very sticky. So it's going to stick to it. It's going to pull it right up. See? Put it right up. It's on there. Now, turn to the other side of the tumbler. And I'm going to place it where I want it. Roll back. Move it down. Get out the air bubbles. Pull it down. It's there. My transfer tape, because I want to use it again. I don't want to waste it. Put it back on this paper so that I can use it again. Go over this with my squeegee. Make sure there are no bubbles, no air bubbles. Now, your artwork is on your tumbler and it is ready to bling. This concludes part 2 of the Bling Tumbler tutorial. See you for part 3.